We're live from Lollapalooza here on XRT. It's me, Marty Leonards, with Benjamin Booker. Ben, how you doing, man?
Hello. I'm doing good. A little tired, but, you know, you got to keep going.
Yeah, well, you just got back in from Canada.
Yeah,
From
Canada.
out of the country.
Yeah, we finished our run with Jack White in Canada, so we just drove straight here. Yeah.
Speaking of which, when you played with Jack White 2 weeks ago here in Chicago, not even 2 weeks ago, at the Chicago Theater, that was pretty amazing.
It was fun. That was
incredible.
That was his longest show that he's ever played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like being on tour with Jack?
It's too much, you know. Like we are all just like standing backstage, just like, oh, we gotta practice more. Everybody in his band is just like so good at what they do, you know. And nobody knows what's happening, and you just have to go along with it and just like.
That's the most amazing thing. There's no set list.
No.
The guys in the band. I was talking with the bass player before the show, Dom, and he said, hey, you know, because I asked before the broadcast, I said, we probably need to get a set list. He goes, no, you don't. He goes, there isn't one. I go, what do you mean? He goes, there's no set list.
There really is no set list.
We have no idea what we're playing. We don't even know what the first song is.
Oh, yeah. Or sometimes, I mean, like, after that Chicago show, I talked to the band, and they were like, we haven't played, like, 7 of those songs ever before. Like, you just got to go with it. Yeah.
Well, what a kick for you, you know, an artist who is pretty much just beginning, just coming out. Your album hasn't even been released yet.
August 19th.
August 19th. It's pretty soon.
It's very soon.
But you're on a tour like that, playing with Jack and playing in front of all these people who are seeing you for the first time. That must have been pretty great.
Yeah, it's nice to play for people who haven't seen you before. I don't know. You got to put a little bit more work in, you know.
Yeah.
Win the people over. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're living in New Orleans these days, right?
Yeah. We live in New Orleans, uptown. Yeah.
And you and the guys in the band are actually from Tampa, Florida. And the reason I bring that up is because my mom lives not too far from Tampa, Florida, and I've been to Florida so many times. She lives a little bit south, maybe about an hour south, around Port Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
Punta Gorda, around there. So I've spent a lot of time in Tampa.
Has she been there for a long time?
Yeah, for like 30 years.
They got hit really bad with a hurricane when I was younger. Like,
Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She there for that?
Yeah, but it hit like a little further west. So where she lives, it didn't really hit. I mean, they lost their power and all that stuff, but it wasn't as bad as in the actual town itself. But
yeah,
that's one of the hazards of living in Florida and in New Orleans as well.
Oh,
jeez.
The storms there.
Now, were you living in New Orleans during Katrina?
No. But I mean, like, anytime it rains there for a few hours, you can't drive anywhere. The streets just like flood. Somebody told me that the sewer system's there from like the 1700s, and like, if it rains for a couple hours, there's like 3 feet of water and you can't drive anywhere. Yeah.
Wow.
It's wild.
But with the music you play, New Orleans is a great place to be, and it also seems like you take a lot of inspiration from Chicago, from the Chicago blues as well, because you play it really raw, like the way it was played in this town.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have the best history. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's a blues artist that is an inspiration to you?
From Chicago?
Yeah.
I mean, Muddy Waters came up here and like did some. I mean, all those like.
Yeah. Well, they're all originally from Mississippi, and they all ended up here.
Yeah. Everybody moved up here. I mean, like that stuff is like, you know, it's amazing. Yeah. It's really good.
Well, outside of touring with Jack right now, and what's been the biggest thrill for you so far since you've started playing out and coming to people's attention like this? Like.
I mean, the festivals, like playing festivals is always really good because you just get to meet other bands and like people that are on the road. Like we spend so much time in a car and like sleeping in hotels and stuff like that. And like you go home and like try to tell people that you know like about what's happening, and like people don't really like, they just want to hang out and you're like, I'm exhausted. But when you meet people at festivals, they're just like, you know what I mean? Other bands understand what's going on. It's like you automatically have this like rapport, you know? Yeah.
Well, it's really cool being introduced to your music, because the first time I heard Violent Shiver, it sent a violent shiver through my spine. It really did, man. It's just so raw and so immediate, and it just really hits you. And when I saw you play it live at the Chicago Theater, that was the first time I saw you play. I wasn't at the smaller shows at Space, but wow. Your band just rocks it, and your drummer, I mean, everybody is just, the excitement and the enthusiasm and the energy is just stunning.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing together for like maybe like a year, so like it's really cool to see. I guess us getting closer together, and like I think the shows are really getting better and better, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, August 19th is the date for the release of the album. You must be really excited about that, because it seems like you have preceded this album by by a good amount of time, you know?
It's been, I mean, we recorded that album last December, so it's like been a while. Like the wait has been like a long time, and it's just like finally I'm ready for it to be out.
Oh, I know, because you know we're playing Violent Shiver on the radio, and we're like, oh, wait a minute, this album isn't even out yet.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
So what's planned for you when that record comes out? You're gonna be continue to tour throughout the rest of the year and stuff like that?
Yeah. We're going to Europe a couple times this year. We're gonna come, and I think we're gonna be doing some more shows in the area, and like, yeah, I mean, you'll see us again very soon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to find out when Benjamin Booker is playing in Chicago, of course, just keep listening to 93 XRT because we'll let you know.
Yeah,
for sure. But all the best. You know, it's great to have you here playing at the festival and being in Chicago as often as you've been already. And I think there's a place for you here. So, you know, have a great rest of the day, and you know, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right,
appreciate it.
We're gonna play Violent Shiver right now.
Ah.
All right, here it is. Violent Shiver, Ben Booker, 93 XRT. We're live from Lollapalooza.